All right, everybody. We are just about 10 days away from Bison Bowl number 11. Can't believe it's been that long since we came up with this idea over a decade ago. What this video is going to be, I'm going to explain the workouts for this year, RX and scale, just the flow of them. I don't want to go crazy. I'm going to try to spend less than 5 minutes on each workout. I'm also going to do a typed out written version. I'll send it via email and I'll post it in our social media groups. But I know there are some questions about the actual flow of the workout. We put out the workouts. You guys know at least what movements you're doing and what loads. For the general public, it seems like you guys understand how we're going to do them, but there are a few little subtle things here that I can throw your way. I'm going to throw a little bit of strategy work at you, but I'm not going to go all in on that because the Bison Bowl, especially these teams of three, a lot of it is about strategy and you guys kind of getting in touch with each other and talking and coming up with the game plan. That usually is worth, I would say, about 10 to 20% of your scores, how well you guys can kind of divvy this stuff up. And I want to give teams that do that an advantage, that they actually meet up and spend some time talking with each other, because you know there's going to be teams showing up that don't even know what the workouts are until they get there, which is all good. It's all fun. But I'm going to go right into workout one. Let me just make sure I'm doing this correctly. All right. So RX version and scaled version, I'll try to blend together. They do have the same flow for the most part. What you guys need to visualize is that in this workout, you're probably going to be lined up in the back of the gym, back where all the machines are. And you're all going to be facing the front of the gym where the whiteboard is. In front of you, whether it's 20 feet away or 30 feet away, there's going to be boxes, maybe just one box per team. We'll see. And then some dumbbells in front of them. Okay. So that's how the workout is visually going to be set up. 3, 2, 1, go. One of your teammates is going to go out and do that first movement by his or herself. So RX, as you can see, you have the 20 gorilla box jump overs. Scaled, it's the box get overs, meaning you're allowed to step. You don't need to jump. You have the option to jump, by the way. Okay. You get that 20th rep done. You can't tag out. You're doing all 20. After that, you're going to return to your team that's still waiting at that starting line, 20 to 30 feet away. Person 2 is going to go out there and do 15 box jump overs. They do their reps by themselves. They come back. And then person 3, you're doing the burpee box jump overs, all 10 reps by yourself. Here's a common question. At this part, you're done with section 1. You're done with the box, okay? That same person who just did the burpee box jumps, if you are going to be the first person in that next section, as you can see, the alternating dumbbell snatch, that's for RX and scaled, all right? I'm putting my mouse over it, okay? So you see the 20 alternating dumbbell snatch. You still have to go back to the starting line, okay? Because no matter what, it's a relay race type feel, Bison relay, that you're going to go back to the starting line, either tag someone in to go do those 20 alternating dumbbell snatch, or you're going to go back out there and do them yourself. So now we're in this second section, right? We're in the dumbbell work with the dumbbell snatch type movement, the pull off the ground. One of you does those dumbbell snatch, you come back. One of you does the alternating devil's press. One of you comes back. And then that last person who has not done anything with the dumbbell yet will go out and do the dumbbell devil's press. So now you're done with this second section. All right. Now we're on to this third section, the squat related section. So everyone's going to be squatting here. One athlete, you're going to be doing 20 goblet squats. Ideally, it's unbroken. It doesn't need to be, but you're not allowed to tag out. You're doing all 20 by yourself. Scaled, your weight is 20 pounds. RX, you are 35. When you're done with those squats, you return to your starting line. Again, that's where your teammates are always waiting for you. And then you're going to, person 2, you'll be doing the 15 double dumbbell front squats. You can squat clean that first rep if you want. The dumbbell has to be touching your shoulder. That's the rule. And your hand has to be around the handle. It cannot be cupped around. We'll go over standards at day of. Okay. When you're done with that, you go back to the starting line, and person 3, who has not done anything with the squat and dumbbells yet, you are now the dumbbell thruster athlete. You're going to be banging out 10 reps. When you're done, you place those on the ground. You run back to where your teammates are, and that is where the time will be registered for your score. So the common question I have is, because I know people are trying to game this, right? Let's go back to the double dumbbell devil's press. Let's say you are the person that did that, the double, so that third movement of that second section. Yes, there is an advantage for you to stay out there and just go bang out the 20 goblet squats, but we're not going to let you do that. You have to go all the way back to the start. And then if you want, you run back out. The smarter move would probably be to give someone else an opportunity to do that. So again, that's the only strategy I'm going to give you guys there. There are squatters, there are pullers, there are people that can jump quickly, that are people that can burpee quickly. That's really going to come down to you guys communicating strategy, but also individually, you're going to have to go as fast as you can while maintaining quality movement. So that's workout 1. Let's go to workout 2. Where you at? Okay. Workout 2. All right. So every 2 minutes, this is called United, then Unleashed, AKA you guys are starting as a team of 3 at the start of every single 2-minute period. There are 6 of those. Okay. It's a 12-minute workout. So at 3, 2, 1, go, you guys are going to be 10 synchro bar facing burpees for the RX, and for the scaled, you're going to be doing 8. All right. So the synchronization of that is you guys are all on the ground at the same time, and then you can get over any way you want. RX and scaled, you can jump over, hop over, step over. Okay. It's a little too hard for a judge to look at when 3 people doing 3 different things. So just get over the bar and get on the ground. Okay. Once you guys are done with 10, you might have a minute 30 left. You might have a minute left based on how fast or how slow you guys went. All right. Person A, you get to do as many wall walks as possible in RX. Scaled, you are doing as many bear crawls as possible. I believe the number is going to be 7 feet, represents a rep. So you're going to crawl, and we'll go over that at comp day of. Just know that you're going to be bear crawling. All right. No big deal. Okay. You'll do as many as you can until the end of that 2-minute period is over. Okay. When that 2-minute period is over, all 3 of you are back to the barbells, and you're going to be doing 10 synchro bar facing burpees together again. Okay. So again, this is where you're going to have to put some thought into this. Let's say you are the wall walk person. Okay. Are you going to get that last wall walk and work all the way to the 2-minute mark? Or are you going to stop about 5 to 10 seconds early so that you guys can actually start those 10 bar facing burpees right away and get quick and be quick with them so that your athlete B teammate can get on that jump rope? Because that's station 2. Station 2 is going to be someone doing double unders. And we'll make sure we have a judge with you that can count double unders when you're there. Okay. So again, same flow, work as long as you can within that 2-minute period. Either stop early or go all the way to the end. Now for a third time, you're going to be going to that barbell, and you're going to be you guys have 2 barbells. You're going to be going over, back and forth, synchronized burpees for a third time. And now this is where it changes a little bit. Okay. Your lifter, your touch and go clean and jerk athlete. This is athlete C. They have the rest of that duration to find a max touch and go clean and jerk for weight. It's not reps. You're not doing this as many times as possible. So it's going to be a load-based score. In that time period, you might get 2 shots at it, but you're probably better off. You can rest and just sit there and wait. And then, the barbell has to be off the ground before the end of that 2-minute interval. But again, put some thought into how long you're actually going to wait. Barbell weight loads can be increased, decreased by all 3 teammates at any point in the workout. Just keep that in mind. Okay. So that's a lot of tough work right there. You guys went through it 1 time each, right? Now we're going to do the whole thing again. Common question here. Okay. Whoever did the wall walks in set 1 has to do them in set 2. Whoever did the double unders in set 1 has to do it in set 2. And whoever did the clean and jerk in set 1 has to do it in set 2. You cannot switch up those roles. All of you will be doing the burpees at the start of the interval 6 times at the start of every interval. Okay. And you'll get 2 shots. So it's going to be a sum. So if I get 9 wall walks in my first set and I get 4 in my second set, my score for wall walks will be 13. You'll get a score for wall walks. You'll get a score for double unders, and you'll get a score for the touch and go clean and jerk. Women, I think we said it's going to be a 25% increase of whatever load you lift. We're going to add 25% of that to your barbell because we have men and women that are going to be lifting there. So I think that's all we need to go over on that one. I don't think there were any other questions there. Trying to think if there's anything that would come after hearing all of that. Going through my notes here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you have to. I think that's the biggest thing is that you guys have to oh, sorry, there is one thing here. Okay. The wall walks and double unders will be added up. And the decision that we made for the touch and go clean and jerk is whatever lift you hit for a max within that window. Okay. That will be score one. Score two will be the second lift. So if I hit 100-pound touch and go clean and jerk for the first one, and I know I can't do it any heavier, you can try 100 pounds again. You could even go down and weight. We're going to add your two heaviest lifts from your two sets, and that will be a combined score right there. So if I hit 200 and 150, my score is 350. If I hit 200 and fail 215, my score is going to be 200. So that actually encourages you guys not to really hit failure on this unless you have a safety lift within that set. And it's going to be really tough to get two of those done in the same interval. So just keep that in mind, that you are going to get two scores from your lift. We're adding them together. If you hit it twice in the same interval, but you don't hit any in the next interval, we're only taking the lift from the first interval. We're not taking both them. Okay. Any questions on that? You just reach out to me. We'll figure it out. Okay. Let's go to workout 3. Trying to get this done under 15. All right. This one is probably the most mixed modal workout, and probably going to require the most amount of strategy. If there's one workout to really talk to each other about, this is it. Okay. So it's color coded, right? Okay. RX, your cows on the machines are going to be 20 and 16. So 20 for the guys, 16 for the girls. They have to start from 0, by the way. Okay. We'll try to do that ourselves, but make sure you're starting from 0, no carryover. And you have to be on that machine until the number is appeared on the screen. You cannot get off early. Scaled, your cows are going to be 16/12. Okay. So you have a row, you have a bike, and you have a ski. I wonder if it's going to be air bike or C2 bike. I guess we'll find out the day of. Okay. Anyway, the barbell, there's going to be 3 barbell lifts. You have 20 deadlifts, 20 squat cleans, 20 snatches. I'm going to tell you this right now. You guys get 2 barbells, 1 guy barbell, 1 girl barbell. I'm not going to get too rulesy about what can be changed and what not. That is a part of the strategy. That's for you to figure out. But you guys do get 2 barbells, and there will be a specific spot for where unused weights will need to be. Can't just chuck them to the side, okay, for safety reasons. So let's go to the start of the workout. You guys did your cow row. Now you're going to get to a deadlift. Okay. It's important to know this, that person A, you are the rower. Okay. You'll never bike and you're never going to ski. Okay. You are only the rower, athlete A. You can help out in that next section. So in the next section, you guys have to do 20 deadlifts and then 20 pull-ups. Okay. This is RX. In scaled, we have 20 deadlifts and 20 ring rows. We'll have a specific standard set up for the ring rows in terms of your feet. Now, with that said, while the deadlifts are being lifted, someone needs to hang from the pull-up bar. Okay. While the pull-ups are being done, someone needs to hold the top of the deadlift. So there's 2 jobs going on at the same time during that. There's 3 of you though. So it can be any combination. I'm not making any rules. All right. So if you have a butterfly pull-up person, get them up there. All right. Maybe, unless they burn out, they can't do the muscle ups. All right. But you can switch up those roles. So don't think that whoever the rower is for athlete A, they can contribute to the deadlifts and the pull-ups. They can hang, they can hold, but you guys are going to have to figure that out. The judge's job in this workout is going to be to count your cows, count your deadlifts, count your pull-ups. While you're deadlifting, someone's hanging, someone's back at the machine. While you're doing pull-ups, someone's holding the top of the deadlift, and someone's touching the machine. Unless you guys have a very clear-cut strategy, I would not change any weights until you're done with this whole section. You can change weights while someone's on the machine. You'll have time to do that. Just a piece of advice there, okay? And I'm not even going to tell you why. You can figure that out on your own. Round 2, someone else on the machine now. Rower, you're done. You're not even looking at the bike, okay? Person 2, athlete B, you are now on the bike. You're doing the cows, 20-16 for the arcs again. Scaled, you got 16-12. And now we're going squat clean, and these are from the ground. All right. Didn't want to do hang. That gets a little too dicey. Okay. With standards. So we're pulling from the ground again. 135.95 for the RX, 95.65 for the scaled, Same thing. One athlete's going to do the work on the barbell. One athlete's going to hang from the pull-up bar, and one athlete is going to be touching the machine, AKA just resting. Okay. Now we go to chest to bar pull-ups for RX. We go to barbell rows. One athlete works, one athlete holds the front rack. So you're going to have two barbells, right? You're not changing any weights yet, by the way, right? Everyone's got the weights on. And the chest to bar pull-ups, one athlete's going to work, one athlete's going to hold the front rack from their respective barbells. So this is another reason why all barbells have to be changed, even if they're not being lifted, all right? All barbells have to be changed to this weight, even if it's not going to be touched, just in case you're going to hold the front rack or actually do the work with it. So don't try to pull the fast one and be like, hey, only the male barbell is going to be used for the barbell holds and the barbell work. You still have to change the weights no matter what. Okay. That's the second section. Now we're on to section 3. Okay. 20/16 cal ski, 16-12 for scaled. This is athlete C. This is the person that has not touched the machine yet. Okay. They didn't bike. They didn't row. They're going to ski. Now we're at snatches. We took the weight off again, 95/65 for RX, 75/45 for scaled. You guys are going to have little plates in the bar, so you just have to go below your knee for these snatches. And now RX, you have bar muscle ups. Scaled, you have pull-ups, chin over bar pull-ups. No bands, no ring rows, no jumping pull-ups. So same thing. One athlete works, one athlete hangs when the barbell work's being done. And on the gymnastics, one athlete does gymnastics while the other person is holding the top of the snatch, holding the bar. We're going to say just hold the bar above your head. So if you are someone that wants to bring it in, like where you push press, that's fine, but it's got to be above your head. Okay. So you did all this work. You got it done in like 6 minutes, and that's awesome. That's pretty fast, actually. All right. You're going back to the start. It's an AMRAP. So this is important to note that there's a good shot your rower is going to row twice, and you can't change that roll. Whoever rowed this first time through, you are rowing the second time through. Put some thought into who's doing what before and after that. Some teams only have one person that could do muscle ups / pull-ups. Put some thought into what that person is going to do leading up to that station, because if that person is not fresh at that station and no one can come in and tap them out, you're gonna hit a speed bump. And I expect some teams will. I don't think everyone's gonna be up there going unbroken, but there are things you can do leading up to that moment that can help that athlete out. So I think you guys should all be putting some thought into that. Hint, hint. All right. So this will be a rep score, not a for time score. We might do a few tiebreakers just so we don't have any ties at the end. And that's it. So those are the 3 workouts from Bison Bowl 11. And I hope I explained them okay. If you guys are more, hey, I want to read through what you just said, I do have it in text version. I'm going to attach that as well. But I'm really looking forward to watching you guys take on the test, but more importantly, work as a team to get these done. Because if you guys communicate and plan some things out and talk to each other, that automatically is going to probably bump you up 2 or 3 spots in each workout. And I mean that. All right. Be humble about it. There's things that you're not good at. There are things that you're good at. And we need to kind of work as a team here. And the biggest challenge is there are things that you're good at, that you're not good at, but you might need to do for the sake of your team. And that's a big part of the Bison Bowl. It's a big part of what you are. All right. And humility always shows up at some point. That you might not get exactly what you want out of these workouts, but team comes first. All right. Good luck, guys. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time out of your day to listen to the Herd Fit podcast. Be on the lookout for next week's episode.